we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the forward Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Young quickly to the flat. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Taylor. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 29, Young. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
41 to Mike. 41.
Young working out of the gun. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
But it's fourth down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Rodgers to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's make these babies run. Let's make these
Now a run with Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Rodgers. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by Cup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Samuel, the ball carrier.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Back at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Colts 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
And this throw will be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike, for you.
Looking to throw, Young. Looking deep for Hilton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Jefferson.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Made by Malik Hooker.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second down and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Taking a shot for... It got his man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Rodgers
Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Roses to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score Rams 28, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Young. That is His throw is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
48 Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Aldrick Rosas lining up for the extra point.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw now. Young, and he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Draven Howard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Leads to second and 10.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's third down, and 10 yards to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
27-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The kickoff for Indianapolis.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, Rodgers lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Harris Campbell.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, big man. Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 9, Young. Campbell making the catch. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
28-yard line.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Young. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Off the play fake, Young. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Taylor is the ball carrier.
If you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Young. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
4. And it's 3rd down.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with some jealousy. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LID. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Rams 45, Colts 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
41 Mike.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down, Young. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Down. Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Going right back to Akers. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what? They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
Young working out of the gun. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throw caught here by Bird. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right here, 41 Mike. Let's go. 41.
To the air once more, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Walker, incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Young. Oh, he stays out. Shedding through the defense. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Along